While the woman was helping her husband organize his clothes, she found a lip balm that clearly didn't belong to her. First, she didn't think much of it, just assumed her husband's lips had been dry lately, and he'd started using lip balm. But when she went to work the next day, she found a few strands of blonde hair tucked into the folds of a scarf. That immediately set off alarm bells in her mind, because she had never dyed her hair blonde, and that scarf belonged to her husband. A strong sense of unease surged within her. To find out if her husband had betrayed her, she called her best friend and asked for help investigating. But the moment she saw her best friend, she was stunned, because the woman in front of her had just dyed her hair blonde. Even more shocking, her friend was using the exact same brand of lip balm that she had found in her husband's clothes. However, her best friend remained calm and natural, showing no signs of guilt or panic. The woman began to doubt herself, wondering if she had misunderstood everything. So she opened up to her friend, telling her all about her husband's strange behavior lately. Her friend appeared sympathetic, even said she worked at the same company as her husband and offered to keep an eye on him. That completely eased the woman's mind. She became convinced that nothing was going on between them. Still determined to uncover the homewrecker, she went to her husband's office the next day. There, she saw him walk out the door with his secretary, holding a bouquet of flowers. He then handed the flowers to the secretary. This made her almost certain her husband was having an affair, but she soon saw the secretary simply placing the bouquet in the car. Her suspicion once again fell flat. However, she was now convinced her husband was giving the flowers to someone else, so she followed him. Unaware that her husband had already noticed her tailing him, she followed him all the way to a hospital. Seeing him stop outside a room, she assumed the woman inside must be his mistress. But when she angrily pushed open the door, she saw him placing the flowers beside his hospitalized aunt. Embarrassed, she listened as her husband pulled her aside and explained innocently that he had been visiting his aunt every day after work and asked her not to overthink anymore. Feeling guilty, the woman quickly apologized. She thought everything had finally been cleared up, but as she was leaving the hospital, she overheard a couple of nurses chatting. This was actually the husband's first visit. Once again, her doubts returned. The next day, she accompanied her husband to a client meeting, but was clearly distracted and uneasy the whole time, thinking nothing else could go wrong that day. A waiter accidentally spilled wine on her husband during dinner. That small accident rekindled her suspicions. She quietly followed him, bursting into the men's restroom after hearing some suspicious noises and the sound of her husband's ringtone. Thinking he was doing something shady, she boldly pushed open the stall door, only to find a total stranger inside. Just then, her husband showed up, saying he heard her voice and came over. She chose to believe him once again and went back with him to the bank.